example, someone says, of course, if I had known what would happen to us later, I would never have flirted with that guy. Thankfully, the professor's quick thinking helped pull our bacon from the fire.
And that give the professor a quick thinker.
Right. Well, yes, and also during play, we also said the GM needs to put someone in there to flirt with.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we have no idea whether you're quick thinking. I mean, you'll say, well, I'll try some.
I quite like the idea of this mechanic.
But don't forget, just if the role playing and the dice go differently from what's said, that's okay, because that person is an unreliable narrator.
Yeah,
that's all right. We don't have to be like forced.
So it's an opportunity for a player to set part of the narrative for the next scene, as well, like have an idea, like for one of the other players' character.
Sure.
Like,
even
this
if
could
it's
be
not
true.
Specific.
Yeah.
Sometimes just throwing something out there.
Yeah, and see if like
good idea.
Will my friend bite on this idea if I have like what I just get an idea for the character? Like
we will see. Let's see it in action. So anybody, you want to do a confessional?
Yes, I can do that. So.
Okay. So sometimes if we were in a room that was a little more convenient, we even have a special chair.
Ooh. So these can be very physical in like the
we did that spontaneously in one of the earliest games, where somebody ran to a chair and then the rest of us all grouped up in a circle, and it wasn't in the rules or anything to do that, and we all said that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, there we are. Pretend there's the professor. Chair. That's right. Yes. There's the professor, and no one else is around. It's some unspecified time later.
Yes.
And what do you think?
Well, so there we were in the park, and the other ran away for some reason, and but that got me thinking of like with that noise and there's random people walking around there, like maybe we. Then there was the case of Asha and the lights that we then got her, like she got it in her head she had to clean them off to see if we could see the bugs easier. She's most cleanly, that woman.
So cleanly, right? And that's it.
Yeah, like
okay. Can we ask questions, or is no one in the narrative? Okay.
Yeah, so this is like this is like my agency in this the narration. Be I reliable or unreliable?
Well, we never know.
Yeah,
right.
That's what we will find out next. So.
Okay.
But it's a shame what happened to the lamp.
Okay. Okay.
That poor
so yes, that means I have to start talking about a lamp. So I would now say it is now the case that a particularly filthy park lamp starts to spark and buzz and go bzz, bzz, and seem to be.
I think that lamp is trying to communicate with us. Do you know your Morse?
Yes, I do.
Okay, academics.
5?
Of course.
All right. Well, in that case, you tell me what is up with that light. Is it trying to communicate with you? Is it anything? And remember, in this game, it is up to the player in each case to either make it normal or not normal. Arguably, just theoretically, no one ever does this, but theoretically, you could always narrate down so that it does end up just being like squeaky noises. You could. And that's okay. But I'm just letting you know, now's the time.
Well, yeah, it's...
And remember what we know, multiple locations, always at midnight for 2 hours or so, and that there seems to be no observational consensus about what it could be. We know these things. So next content. What is it?
Yes, it says L A M N. No, it's just flickering. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
No, read it again. I'm sure we added something. They're trying to tell us something.
No,
Perhaps it's the coordinates. Or
I think we just need to change the lamp.
oh, okay, but if I went up there and cleaned it, perhaps you. That
Yeah, yeah. There is like the flickering of the moth
Yeah, I've got
and
this.
the spider net.
Oh!
Athletics.
Ouch!
Athletics.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, 2 dice still.
Athletics. Oh yes.
Right, yes.
Okay. Lucky you.
I was
Right.
reaching for 1 at first. And that's a 5, of course.
Okay. So.
Do not break it.
Right. Right.
And I climb up on it and I scrub it clean.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, and because you get to say,
okay, right,
this is our content.
Yes,
right?
and okay, of course I break it. Because inside it there was a beetle buzzing around, and I freed it. And I got this moment of epiphany when it flies, it's bewildered, and it flies straight at me. And okay, and that's my moment.
Okay, so it's just a beetle is in there.
Yes.
Okay.
And because I succeeded with my athletics, perhaps I can catch it as well.
Yes.
Yes.
You have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh, look! I've got it! I've got it!
All right.
Like I've got some secret treasure.
Oh. So what I'm telling you guys is that, especially with all these really good rolls, and it's okay. So far, you seem to be solving the mystery more or less by finding out that it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
That's what we're finding. Not so bad. Just letting you know. So who wants to try what next?
I can.
Go ahead.
So I think I'm starting to wander around in the park and to see if there's any. I mean, it's getting close to midnight, and I'm looking for any kind of light phenomenon that seems out of the place.
Let's see here.
And I think a couple of those lights along the paths are probably broken. So in between the next 2 adjacent ones that are lit, it's rather dark.
This is actually, surprisingly enough, would be technology. You're focusing on the lamps now. Look at their examples of the skill rolls, and this is in the same zone as search the basement for a lost gadget or build a makeshift shelter in the woods. Those are both technology. This is in that zone.
That's a 3.
Okay. And 3 is not stressful. That's a 3. It's not great. Okay. You can add a little positivity to this, but effectively, the other lights you find, each one seems to have some sort of little rattling in it, and you are becoming dazed and dazzled with strange thoughts filling your head.
Could I go back and modify a bit of my statement later? After Helma said?
Do I have to
No, you
change
don't.
something?
You don't have
then
to.
Then let's
Right.
let's stay as it is.
Okay. So what did you have
It's
in
not
mind?
my day.
Okay. What you pointed out, that it's because it's the first time, okay, it's really the first time that I play this, and it's hard to gauge that how much
Right, just remember,
agency do I have.
Just remember, I have nothing.
Yeah.
I can only work with the content you
Right.
get.
Yeah.
Well, except for the stresses of ordinary life and other things, but I can't do it. If there's aliens, I never said aliens until you did.
Okay. So let's say that I have treated this as it would be like an ordinary bug or something, but actually that buzzing is the mechanical sounding, and when I show you, it's like a small mechanical insect with a flash.
It's mechanical. Okay, and
Perhaps it's
then
controlling.
Yeah.
and
No,
then
but he has his taxonomy out already to identify the bug. Like,
oh really? Academics.
Now, what is this?
Academics.
all right.
I don't recognize this species.
4.
4. Okay,
But
well
four.
you successfully do, and you get to say what happens, and that's it. But it is very important, Christopher, that you tell us whether you can or can't identify it.
Oh, he cannot. It's
Oh,
like,
and
that
you know
is-
it's not.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh, that gets my pulse racing
Yeah.
when you can't really identify it.
It sort
really
of
rare.
looks like one of these, but they are not made of brass.
So now, what happened to Katie? KT. She's not there again. While you guys are puzzling over the insect.
Katie, have you seen what? Katie?
Actually, Professor, doesn't this remind you of that fellow standing on the statue? It's like it's from the same era.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're the expert. And where is Katie? Katie?
Katie.
Well, you're only mildly disoriented, so you didn't have a nuclear meltdown again. So
Can
Yes?
we phone her? Oh, there she is.
There's something funny going on here.
Oh, you don't say. How are you feeling?
I told you, something funny is going on here. Would you guys come over here?
Yes. Look, we found. Like he probably has taken the
Yes.
the brass bug in his like little one of those insect plastic cages, and like, look, we found one of the Asha found one of these in like it's a little flicker.
This
All
is
the
a very
lights are
rare insect.
flickering.
I
And
found
there's a
it.
funny noise in the air.
Yeah.
Look at it. So cute, mechanical and brass and
Yes.
they got these little lights.
Very nice hand craftsmanship.
Surely they must be worth something. Yeah. Are you okay? You feeling all right? You
Yes,
look that bit-
I'm okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But you don't think those lights are behaving funny?
those lights sure are behaving funny.
Yeah.
You see, I'm working with what you guys have
Yeah.
said. I'm allowed to say
Yes.
they're funny now. And in fact, the way that when they flicker differently, but when they are all on at the same time briefly, that's when the statue lights up.
Yes, it's like so that flip. Then when she's pulled our attention, then it just like they synchronize and like
Yeah. You can imagine like suddenly a close up on Linnaeus' face.
Great.
Drum.
It's like a comic book.
If I'm not too redded, I'm now starting recording with my phone.
Oh, this actually might be a stress moment.
all right.
I think
The
so.
statue has lit up.
Three dice each.
All righty.
Oh,
Five.
Three's good.
No, 3. Yeah, 3.
Yes.
Lowest.
Excursion is not my
Three.
thing.
Okay. That's a minus
So
1. I think,
another
right?
3?
Yes.
That's stress dice. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
How do I do this? I just
Yeah,
have
you-
to
right, you
create
have to-
another 3, but
Uh-huh. And I'm sorry to say that I think you've run off into the night. We're not seeing Katie again in this.
no, she's
forest.
going home.
that's
Katie's going home.
She's already rattled.
Yeah.
Did you have Stuga?
Going home. No,
Yes.
going home, not to be seen before I have to work tomorrow.
Right. And
We'll
so-
call you.
That's right. It's a diminishing scream. Okay, so
I'm sure
how
she had
about
some
you ended up with
with 3.
okay, and so yes, that's going to be another minus.
Yes, so
one.
I lowered my contact.
And
Same.
okay, so the two of you are quite frazzled, looking at the situation. But I will point out you have very few franchise left to go. If you complete the mission before you make the 10 dice, then you only gain half of the dice.
Yeah. How do we use the cards?
Well, you can use those as bonuses.
Okay, so it's
You can
extra
draw.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can, you can use them as bonuses. And let me just quickly go there.
Professor, surely we have to examine that statue.
Yes, of course. No, they probably are keep sinking as it is now, and like with that, vroom, vroom, like the sort of like generator kind of like sound like the buzzing has synchronized, and the statue is like starting to almost come to life kind of feeling.
Right. Is he some kind of mad scientist, that guy?
Yes, just as I thought. Library cards modify the academics, gym modifies athletics, credit card modifies the technology, bank dice can modify any skill, any of the three.
Yeah.
But the bank dice are risky. They may or may not come
So
back.
like
the others,
yeah.
don't come back. If you spend from your franchise, that value is gone.
So, but the bank might come.
But the bank might come back. There's a special rule.
Okay, so now. Yeah.
So, you guys, you want to investigate just a little bit more? How?
We shall investigate the statue closer because now
It's a tall statue. Linnaeus is standing on a big, tall thing.
There is definitely a plaque saying something about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm cleanly, so I take out a rag and I
Check it.
And there's definitely something written below here.
Mm-hmm. And so, something written there.
Yes, this is a front.
Want to examine that?
Yes.
That's academics again.
Yeah, that's.
What language is that?
Sure, it must be.
Exactly. 6.
It's Latin.
Oh, I thought it
What?
was Finnish.
Does it tell us that solves this game?
Mm-hmm. Well, it tells the long forgotten text about how Linnaeus found the lightning bugs, which rather like he was able to recreate the lightning bugs by miniature steam engines in form of these, and they were long used and forgotten in his park to be part of a light show to fascinate or inspire the town's youth to learn more about nature.
And I'm like, yes, we did it.
We did. Well, something tells me the city would actually be quite happy to learn of this.
Yes, of course.
Or to be able to publicize this and to make a big deal out of it, and also to solve the mystery of the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Internet buzz it has it. Now let's take a look. You
We
now
will be a
have,
franchise.
due to the check, you could only gain 10 dice from the assignment, even if you made more rolls, which you did. You actually made 11 successful rolls, but for 5 and higher. But but 10 is the maximum you can get except for that. So that does count.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 dice. So here's what you can do. 1 for 1, they can remove penalties and bring your scores back up. 1
Yes,
for
a
1.
little bit maybe. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Second, whatever's left over after that can go into the franchise itself, which is where? Yeah, right here, you can actually add the dice to those values. So if you wanted to, you could leave you all stressed out and put 10 dice in there. Or you can do the otherwise and bring yourselves all back up to speed with just a couple of dice to put in. Also, taking dice out to remove stress is not negotiable. Okay. In other words, if somebody wants to do it, they can do it.
Yeah.
In fact, they can do it right now. Somebody could destroy your franchise just because they're like, this is too stressful.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah. We're done.
Yeah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a week off.
Right.
Yeah,
But you do have those 11 dice. So maybe the thing to do is to put them in there, and then whoever wants to, if you don't do it, those will persist for the next adventure. They don't go away.
I have to say, I have a 1 in academics and lithics and contact right now, and zero in technology.
Oh,
I would
So-
like to have at least one or
Yeah.
two of those.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Again, it's not negotiable. You simply do it.
And
Yeah.
then I want to know, there is also something that says current stress. Should I have written something there?
No, well, let's see, with the stress rolls. That actually, I think, is the total of your penalties, or
So
how
it
many
would be
penalties
6
you got.
at this point.
Right, I may have to double check a little bit about that.
Mm.
But I think that's, yeah.
I'm not sure if yeah, okay, but there another mechanic like build up.
So that would be 3 for me if that's perhaps.
Mhm.
I'll put a
I'd
question
like
mark
to
on it.
use
see-
4 of those.
Yeah, whether, as I recall, I don't recall the total stress actually total stress matters, because what I call stress is the roll that I give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that somebody didn't know what they were doing on the sheet and somehow thought stress was a value.
Mhm.
Okay, so that because that is like you as a GM can say for that scene like, okay, this is getting stressful. Roll me stress of 3.
Right.
That's rolling 3 die.
Exactly.
Getting low value.
Right.
So,
Whereas if somebody narrates, like one of you, said, maybe one of you has proven that there's a werewolf. That gives me, the GM, the right to show you a corpse half eaten by a werewolf. And then I'll hit you with a huge stress roll.
yeah. So like
But
it's like,
arguably, if you say it's an eviscerated corpse in your narration, I wouldn't mind just giving you all stress roll anyway, right there.
yeah.
So that's the point. I have to go with things that occur.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that was
I'm
fun.
going
Okay,
to-
listen, guys.
I'm
You're
going to
pulling
take
out
3 from those.
only 3. Okay, so you're going to pull 3. That's 8 left. Anybody else going to recover some stress?
Now I want to develop the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So I keep my technology at 0.
Okay. How about you?
For the problem.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm also. No, he's gonna take 1 to
Okay.
stabilize his.
So
contacts.
7 points go in. You're going to have a 13-point franchise. Where do they go? Grab that pencil and eraser.
Okay.
Such a successful night.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's way-
Yeah, no,
A few rattled
bank.
nerves.
Great fun.
I think we,
And I learned a lot more about this game and
Yeah.
playing tonight than I did the last time.
so, yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I
We
like
continue.
it.
No, I know what I like it too. I'm like really liking it.
Yeah.
But I might even do like alternating, because it really shines with multiple events. You see, you can't just do
Yeah.
one shot, really. But tell me, where do you want to put these numbers? Everybody.
I think given that we have done a service for the city, I think we should.
I'd like to put a little bit into the bank, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. I think because most of these, the benefits from this will be just credibility with the city in itself. So I think we probably put 4 in.
Leaving you with 3. Do you want to put 1 in each of the rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
3,
sense.
2, and 3. Excellent. Let's have the sheets.